Hi, welcome to Yoni Box. I'm Dr. Danette Bean, Doctor of Acupuncture and Asian Medicine, and this edition of Yoni Box is called The Truth About A Yoni, in parentheses, steam. So that's a play off of old Bobby Brown song, The Truth About a Roni, which was a big hit back in my day. And so this video is all about what converted me to yoni steaming. I was not a fan, and I have since converted, and so I'll be talking some about that and also what I'm currently offering. So I was not a fan of yoni steaming at all. When I first learned about it, well, I had some patients who came in and was telling me about how this was supposed to be so great, and when I first heard, I was like, oh, that doesn't sound so great to me. One, because heat being introduced to the yoni is not always a good thing for different women. I've seen where it can actually aggravate certain health conditions. I wasn't a fan because as I looked into it, it just looked like the same thing was being offered to everyone. And I know for certain that everything isn't for everyone. And so that kind of made me go like this. And then also, to be totally honest, I'm not a big fan of trends. Trends can be great, but I don't feel like they're usually really about the health of really taking into account people's health. Like, I feel like it's more so about numbers and money, which is its thing, but it's not necessarily about helping people's health feel better. So I kind of wasn't so into it. But then I went to a webinar where I got to talk directly with a woman who converted me. And so she basically, she's a distributor for the largest distributor of vaginal steaming supplies in the United States, over at Steamy Chicks, a woman by the name of Kelly Garza. And she's also working along with a fellow acupuncturist and herbalist. And it was great to be able to talk with them and just have some communication, because many of what I was concerned about, they were concerned about also. And they had ways to be able to take into account the concerns that I had. They had those same concerns, and so they had different protocols and different blends and so forth to make things more adaptable for each woman. And so I went ahead and I did this certification for acupuncturist for vaginal steaming, and it was really cool. And so getting to be able to specifically look at how to customize it converted me. Also learning more that this is a tradition that's indigenous for many women around the world. I didn't know that. And I'm a big proponent of women getting to tap into the indigenous wisdom of women from prior generations. And if there is information that you can get from your lineage, I just think that is gold and platinum and diamonds and just invaluable. So that was something else that converted me. And then also a key thing for me was research. At this webinar, I was able to take a look at some of the research that had been done, that they've been conducting. And I'm a big fan of research and just seeing, how this has worked to help different women. And so that was a big factor for me. And also preventive care. So that is like huge for me. And I was able to see where it has been able to help some women preventively. It's been able to, from what I saw, was able to help some women's fibroids shrink and able to help some women with some pretty serious diagnoses get some assistance. So and a host of other things. And to improve fertility and different things. So, and then I went and experienced it myself, and it was so relaxing, and I could tell helpful to my body afterwards. And I said, okay, we're going to go with this. So that is how I got converted to yoni steaming. So now that I am, now that I have this certification as an acupuncturist for vaginal steaming, what I'm doing is that I offer consultations similar to what I would do with women before, but now I've customized consultations regarding for women who want to do yoni steaming. And so based off of how they answer different questions, then I will use different herbs for their yoni steaming, which they can do either in my office or take home and do. Also, it's not necessarily for everyone. So some people who may really want a yoni steam, I will not necessarily agree to give it to them, just because if I don't believe that it's really going to be the next best thing for your health or be harmful, I can't do that. So instead, I make different recommendations, nutrition, lifestyle, herbal recommendations to assist, to help the woman get better balance so that a yoni steaming may be possible. And then for in-person, I also do facial acupressure, rejuvenation, which isn't yoni steaming, but there is an actual correlation between our face and our yoni. If you believe it, that'll be another video. So I offer that. And then for those people who do, do these sessions with me, whether it's the yoni steaming or the facial acupressure rejuvenation, I offer optional acupuncture and also herbs that can be taken during and after the session. And so, I make different recommendations. So it is a very customized treatment, and I think it's a really great thing because for me, I've always been someone very concerned in treating the root, as well as the symptoms. The symptoms are important, but if we don't get to the root, then you keep having the same issues. And this is something that can happen externally that's also treating the root. So I'm really happy with that. So so if you want to know more about me, my website is Dr. Danette Bean. That's DrDanettBean.com. And my physical office location is in Brooklyn, New York. But if you are outside of New York and would like to get to experience my services, I also do virtual consultations with women outside of New York. So, DrDanetteBean.com. So take excellent care and love being a woman, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.